Grams, Iconic Quest Entertainment CEO, show him some love.
Shif T, what's good?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, good. How you? Happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm glad to get you in the building. You know, I ain't have to use no kidnapping tactics. And that's always good. You know.
It's a fact, though.
Some people be they work so hard, man. That's the only way you can get a hold of them.
That's a fact, though. Hey, I get them complaints all the time. Like, man, I hit you for 17 days straight. Yo, my bad, bro. I was in the Matrix, man. My bad.
Yeah, it be like that, but that's how you know that you're consistent and you're doing, you know what I'm saying, you handling your business.
Absolutely, 100%.
So, I mean, being an entrepreneur, what made you want to get into entertainment?
Well, actually, funny story, I actually been in the entertainment business my whole life. I grew up in it. A lot of people don't know that. I used to be an artist myself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, since I was probably about in the 6th grade, I used to be an artist. And, you know, I always had a passion for music. You know, I come up in that Biggie and Pac era, that Jay-Z and Nas, DMX, and Noriega, like. So, you know, when you actually had to have substance to your craft.
You had bars.
Yeah, had bars.
It wasn't.
Everybody couldn't do this.
Nobody was. It was not just about dancing. It was about actual lyrics.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you know, I had a rap career. I actually got offered a few record deals throughout my time in pursuing music. One of them was Rockefeller, which I turned down.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I didn't like the terms and conditions. Sony and Universal. This was all by the age of 19. I had 3 record deals offered to me already. So,
wow.
Yeah. So,
you must have been smart, you know what I'm saying? Because most people, you know, shoot, you got a deal, they would jump at the first deal, you know? Especially at that age, too. You don't know the business part, so you just like, a deal, let me get them, make some money. You plant these things in your head of what it's going to be like. And,
yeah. But see, I was a little different because it's like, you know what? I wasn't doing this like some of these cats are doing it now, kind of like a fad or a phase, you know what I'm saying? Like I really wanted to make a career out of this, so it's like if you think about it, anything you want to do in life, like you gotta understand what that is. Like you can't just walk into a hospital and say, "Yo, I'm trying to be a doctor. What's up?"
Exactly,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
you gotta do the work.
You gotta do the work.
You gotta learn it.
You gotta learn it. You gotta know it backwards and forwards. So. I got into studying contracts and publishing and the difference between mechanical royalties and performance royalties, all that stuff early, at an early age. So,
that was good.
Yeah, so they couldn't just tell me anything, you know what I mean? So I just continued on pursuing an independent career, and then as I grew in the industry, I actually got a job at Hot 97, working with Angie Martinez, shout out to Angie, and that helped me learn the radio side of it. You know what I mean? And how important it really was.
Make you more grounded, like roll around.
Yeah, definitely.
That's good, yeah.
Definitely. And then, you know, once I saw how the behind the scenes went with radio, you know, I started thinking more along the lines of being like an executive opposed to an artist. Cause I'm like, I started to see the inner workings of it. So I'm like, oh, well, you know, the people that you don't see are really the ones that's making everything that you do see happen.
Exactly.
You feel me?
I agree, 100%.
So that's how I got in the game. But what ended up happening when I was about 25, I ended up catching a bid, right?
Okay.
I ended up catching a bid and I ended up going to prison. I did 5 years. So it was like, all right, I'm gonna come home when I'm 30, and it's like I can't be that 30-year-old rapper starting from the very beginning. You know what I'm saying? Now I had a buzz before I left, but you know, 5 years is a long time in the music business.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of the connections I had, resources I had.
Things changed a lot by the time you came out.
Yo, Instagram didn't even exist when I went in. And I came home, I'm like, yo, what is
everything went from, it went from being in certain locations and performance to everything being on social media. The game totally changed.
Yeah, because before I went in, like we were still burning CDs.
I know.
One at a time.
People selling them out of cars, trucks and stuff.
That's what was still going on.
Yeah.
And I came home and I had people telling me about Spinrilla and SoundCloud. I'm like, what is that?
What is that? Right.
What is that?
Right.
I don't understand what you're talking about, right?
Exactly.
So, but while I was in prison, though, you know, I was fortunate enough to have, you know, a support system on the outside. And they were actually, definitely, man, it was necessary. And they were sending me literature because I said, you know what, I'm ready to make a transition. You know, I'm ready to take on more of an administrative and executive role in this thing. And I want to take what I've learned in the industry so far, and I want to help other people's careers now.
Gotcha.
So I started studying the whole time I was in, and brushing up on what I already knew and learning more of what I didn't know. And a lot of people don't know this, I actually started Iconic Quest in a prison cell.
Wow.
Like I literally, filed my LLC from a prison cell. You know what I'm saying?
That's determination, man.
Yeah, like I drafted my own, I bought a typewriter and I drafted my own article of organization, and I paid the money. I worked, I was a teacher in a GED program, so I worked. We only get like $1 a day, so it cost $400 to establish an LLC. So imagine how long I had to work to get that. You know what I'm saying? You was definitely serious. Yeah, I was dead serious. So when I came home, Iconic Quest was already an establishment. Now I just had to put it in motion. You feel what I'm saying?
But that still was arrogant.
Yeah.
To be able to actually, stay focused, even in the environment, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then being able to stay focused and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to stay along the path, and I'm going to make this happen. Because certain environments tend to make you sway from what you want to do sometimes, because it's a lot of distractions and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So that shows where where your mindset is. I mean, you determined, consistency. That's everything. Yeah. It's not even. That's why I tell a lot of artists. I mean, me being an artist myself, I tell a lot of artists one thing that it's not just about talent.
Oh no.
Talent is a small portion.
Yeah.
You have to be consistent.
Yeah.
I said because somebody can fly past you that you can sit back and say, okay, this person I can outwork them, I can burn them, whatever. But then the other person might be more consistent. They might be jumping. They do things that you're not willing to do.
That is the truth.
They might go the extra mile, and somebody
truth.
gonna pull in because not because they better than you, but because their hunger is more stronger than yours.
Yeah, and that's the truth, man. And I tell artists that a lot, because artists get caught up in the fact, like, man, I work at radio. You know what I'm saying? Like I work at 95.5, so it's like artists come to me all the time, like, yo, I got this song, and I don't mean no disrespect, but I'm like, so. You know what I'm saying?
You hear that all the time.
All the time. So what is the push? What is the drive? What is the motivation that you're putting behind the song? Because an example I give is like, yo, Shif, if me and you work the same job, right?
Right.
And you're better at the job than I am, okay? But you hardly ever come to work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I come to work every day, Monday through Friday. So
you're more reliable.
Yeah, so two things are going to happen. Two things are going to happen. Number one, you're going to get fired.
Exactly.
And I'm still going to maintain my job. Number two, because I work harder than you, you may be better than me, but because I work harder than you more consistently, I'm going to eventually become as good as you or better than you.
You're going to reach that next level,
over time. So, hard work trumps talent any day. You know? And that's actually how I got the job at WPGC. You know what I'm saying? Because when I met Tony, I didn't even know who Tony was. Mind you, I'm fresh out of prison. Tony wasn't on the radio when I went to jail.
Yeah, he was with the go-go bands.
Yeah, he was doing all that.
Yeah,
so
he was
I didn't even know who he
band.
was, but somebody put me hip, and I'm like, okay, all right, cool, well, let's see what we can do. So, how I was even able to get in that position is not because I went to school for it or, I'm necessarily better than anybody else. It's just that even to this day, I work for it. Like, I treat every day up there like it's my first day. Like, I still got something to prove. Every single day. I do all the work that nobody else wants to do. I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying? So
that's how you always stay ahead of the game.
Yeah, I encourage people to do that, man. Like, you got to be the first one in, the last one to leave, and do everything in between.
Right. That's why I tell, other artists, too, it's like, when you're working, you got to, it's not just about rapping and stuff. You try to learn the business, too.
Oh, yeah.
Because that separates you from, crazy situations, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to be well-rounded. And then sometimes you got to add a little something extra, do something else, know something else outside of just rapping. Because, okay, that rapping might not be the first door to open up for you.
Oh, that's a fact.
So but if you do different things, you have different skills, you might get another door open up. So that door, you might come through that door, but then it helps you to open the door that you really want to open up.
That's fact.
So you gotta look at the bigger picture. It's not just one door. You can't be one dimensional. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I do a little bit of hosting, radio show, everything. You gotta promote everything.
You gotta be an octopus. You gotta have your hands in so many different things, so that way, out of 8 different things you got on the table, something's gonna show.
One gonna pop.
Let me tell you something. Iconic Quest it does a lot of things now, right? Mm-hmm. But initially, the sole function of Iconic Quest was to be a management company, to manage artists. That was it. That's what it started as. But it's grown beyond that now, but that's how it started. And it's crazy because, you know, my claim to fame or the company's claim to fame didn't even come from initially breaking an artist. Like Iconic Quest and myself, we didn't become as successful or popular as we are in the DMV by breaking an artist. Like what we set out to do from the beginning. We actually got on through exactly what you're talking about, making ourselves available for other things, to do other things.
Exactly.
So, you know, we actually got on with television production, like video production. Like, that is what really got us in the door. That's not even what we set out to do.
What you gonna do. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It just gotta happen that way. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then we use that to segue into what we really came to do. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, you're absolutely right. You gotta do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that. It's like, it's nothing that I won't do. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing that I won't do. Like, I'm
open to it all. That's what I'm saying. Like, even for myself. I mean, of course, naturally I started as an artist, but then I started opening other doors, going through other doors. Like, I had did a radio show for 2 years with Black China on Tokyo Time.
I know that was interesting. For 2 years with Tokyo?
Yeah.
I know y'all had some fun times.
Yeah, it was had some days, man. But you know what? It put me in a leadership role, and I learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, she had a promotion company, so I was the president of a promotion company. I learned a lot, and even now, I've done a lot of stuff like with clubs and stuff. I book artists for their shows and stuff.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah, and therefore Bliss and Power and
See, Bliss, that's not an easy venue to tap into. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a venue. That's where you got to be a part of the inner circle. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm in the inner circle, but I see that comes from just working and, like you said, spreading yourself out. It's like, and then not just doing the radio stuff. I do event hosting. So like when they doing events, they'll say, "Shit, can you come host?" Of course. I done stuff like that. I even go with the politicians. I help them, like Mayor Bowser. I've been working with her on her campaigns and the move we made. I just pretty much be a little bit in everything, just like you said. You know what I'm saying? It's not just music.
Yeah, because one thing I like about the entertainment industry is that there's no restrictions, rules, guidelines, and regulations.
That's what I love.
This is the only occupation you can have where you don't have to have any prior experience at all. Like, you can just pull up,
jump out,
and just like, this is what I'm doing today. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, because I mean, I didn't know no people in Bliss. I'm just like, hey, so what you got going on over here? You know what I'm saying? And then shows consistency. I'll go up there, you know, talk to the people, find out who the head dude was.
Yeah. Because a lot of people don't realize when it comes to the music business and the entertainment industry as a whole, it's like you are in control of your destiny. You know what I'm saying? It's all about
how you move.
It's all about how you move.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, again, there's no strict criteria or requirements. It's all about the presentation that you make and the impression that you leave on people. I tell people all the time, like, yo, you want to be successful in the entertainment business, 2 things got to happen. One of 2 things got to happen. If you can do both, that's awesome. It's either A, people have to like you, or B, people have to see how they can make money with you. And if you can accomplish both, then you're golden.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. If I like you, but I don't necessarily see how I can make money with you, it's like, you know what? I like Shif T, man. You know what I'm saying? I like having her around. So I want her to be here, and we'll figure out how we can make money together as we go along.
Right.
Or on the flip side, I don't really like her,
but I like her business.
Yeah, she gonna get the bread, so we can make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I've been lucky enough to get both. You know what I'm saying? Because like one thing, people like, I don't understand. You do a lot of stuff. You do whatever. My thing is, I'm always gonna be a humble person. I don't care if I be a billionaire. I'm always gonna be like this. I'm always gonna be approachable. I take pride in that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like this, you know what I'm saying? We all trying to reach one common goal, you know what I'm saying? Become successful. And I'm no bigger than, and I'm no better than nobody, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's, you know, I've been through my share of stuff, and shoot, somebody been praying for me, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm here today, for real. And so what I do is try to pay it forward, you know what I'm saying? Help anybody I can help. I'm always giving back, and in the community, doing stuff, and whatever I can.
Me too. That's what it's about, man. It's like, you know, and neither one of us are at the level where we would like to be or where we want to be, but we're still in a privileged position, you know what I'm saying, in industry, to where though, like, I know for a fact, like, I heard your name long before I even knew you. So it's the fact that you got power and influence, I got power and influence, so we don't use that to inspire or to assist other people, then it's like we doing a disservice, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're doing a disservice, like,
I feel like if somebody helped me, what is wrong with me helping somebody else?
Absolutely.
It's like, you can't just, never been into that. I know that ego, I'm better, or all that crazy stuff. I try to alleviate all that stuff out of my life. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I like positive vibe, good people, and let's build. You know what I'm saying? It's cut out all the nagging, the little bitchiness, the little ego, all that stuff. Throw that shit away. You know what I'm saying? Because all that's going to do is block your blessings.
It's going to block your blessings and it's going to contaminate the process.
Exactly. Like, let's move. Let's work. I'm like, let's work. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, my cutoff game is strong. Like, people know that about me. Like, I get to feeling bad vibes or negative energy. Yo, you got to go.
You sound like me.
You got to go.
You sound like me. I don't play no games with that.
I'll play no games.
Sometimes I feel like that cutting game so strong. I have to watch myself. I might cut myself off. You know what I'm saying? I got to hold up. Wait a minute, I can't cut myself off now. Hold up. Slow it down a little bit. Yeah, going too far. But not. Seriously, you know, it's like I go off vibes, and if I don't even have to know you, if I get a good vibe and you need help and it's something I can do, I'm gonna do it. That's just my personality. You know what I'm saying? I help everybody.
Yeah, me too.
We can all eat. If I can pull you, come on, let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you got to think about it, Shif T. Like, one day we're not going to be here. Like, we're all going to pass away eventually, right? And then
we're going to leave something behind.
We're going to leave something behind.
Yeah.
And what I've been told is, like, people not going to necessarily remember what you said or what you did, but how you made them feel. You know
exactly.
So you want to leave a good, lasting impression. Like, you know, a good name is worth more than gold. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree 100%.
I take pride in that. Like, if somebody got something negative to say about me in the street, I feel some type of way. I'm not the guy that's gonna be like, oh man, forget him, he hate. No, I want to pull up on you so we can talk about it and figure out why you feel this way about me. Like, help me understand. So if I did something wrong, I can correct it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't want that.
I don't like negative stuff on my name either.
Yeah.
Nah, because I take pride in, you know what I'm saying, treating people right and being professional and everything. And so, like, my name is, that's pretty much, that's all I got. You know what I'm saying? And I take pride in it. I can't have nobody, you know, mess up my name out here. Then they're like, oh, Shif T, she doing something. Yeah. Oh, no, Shif T, not. Because
you got to figure, like, your name can either
make or break you.
Yeah, it can open and close doors, unbeknownst to you. Because what's going to happen is people,
and word travel.
Yeah, people are going to be having conversations. And Shif T's name is gonna come up in the conversation. You're not even gonna be there.
Exactly.
But your name is gonna come up in the conversation. And how people speak on your name is gonna determine whether
somebody else work with you.
Yeah.
And it could be something good for you.
And you don't even know.
Right. So you done got blocked on something that could have been take you to the next level, and you, like you said, you don't even know nothing about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's be real, let's build, you know what I'm saying? It's enough money out here for everybody to eat.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, that's a fact.
You got the right people with you, you know what I'm saying, to back you. Sky's the limit, for real.
Yeah, man, and you know, I'm really proud of the DMV right now because we looking good. The DMV is looking good.
They got a lot of light on the DMV right now.
Yeah, the DMV is looking good. And you know what? The DMV could have easily been like in Atlanta or New York or LA when it comes to industry. Right. But I think the reason why it's not because we did anything wrong. It's just that we jumped in the game late. Because, you know, go-go was the primary.
DC, that everything was go-go. So they wasn't really receptive of hip-hop.
Exactly. So it's like now, it's like, you know, kids is coming out of high school, they don't really want to be, you know, in the go-go band no more. They want to be rappers.
They want to do hip-hop,
So we're starting late. That's the only reason why DC don't look like Atlanta. It's because we're playing catch-up. You know what I'm saying? But we're doing good, though. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's so much talent, you know, and that's why, you know, my partners don't like to talk about this, because they just like, man, you know, they too cool, you know what I'm saying? But me, I gotta let people know, like, that's why I feel extremely proud and accomplished of what we're doing on the Tony Red's Mr. 24/7 show. Because a lot of people don't know this. Like, we have successfully created a platform, and mind you, this has never been done in the history of radio across the country, right? We have successfully created a platform on syndicated radio where every component of entertainment has a platform. Like on Mondays, for example, we do New Music Monday. On Tuesday, we do positive hip hop, strictly positive hip hop. You know what I'm saying? For your Talib Kweli's and your J. Cole's and like guys who walk those lines. You know what I'm saying? Who really don't have a platform, because when trap rap is so prominent, it's like the guys who got something real to say, where do they go? We got something for you. We got the social media icons, right? Where that's for the comedians, like your Just Hilariouses and all of those types. Like comedians have a platform on radio now. We have the trap artists. We have the model. Brains
yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, we got R&B on Thursdays. We got the DJ Spotlight on Fridays, where we take independent local DJs and bring them to the radio station and they spin live on the air. Also, we just included the producer circle, because you know what used to piss me off? This is why I started the producer circle, because it used to piss me off when artists would come up there every single day, every single week, and then Tony be like, yo, I know you got some shout outs, you got the whole DMV listening. It's like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I want to shout out 31st, you know what I'm saying? My baby moms, you know what I'm saying? Little Ray. But they never shout out the producer.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, dog, this is the producer's only opportunity to get the light, to get the shine. He's depending on you to do that for him. And you come up
they not even thinking that. They just...
Yeah.
Yeah, their mentality though, it's like the mentality of the person. They like, I mean, come on, you gotta cover those bases though.
They used to make me so upset, so I said, you know what, y'all? We got to get a producer some love, because they don't have no other platform. They can't go and do a show like how the rappers
like, right, what they gonna go, just go play music?
You know what I'm saying? So they have nothing. They have no voice. So it's like we finally gave them a voice. You know what I'm saying? So technically, right here in DC, we made radio history, because we're the only radio show that has ever done that simultaneously all at once. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, that's just our way of trying to give back and support the whole DMV music movement. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, DC looking good right now, man. It's a lot of talent, you know, it's a lot of independent business owners, you know, it's a lot of independent radio shows like yours. You know, it's a lot of promoters. You know, we ain't talking about the janky cats. We're talking about ones that actually put on good shows and do good business. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like it's a lot, man. You know, I feel good. I feel like we're in a good space right now. You know, and the rest of the other markets, they better be careful, because one false move and we gonna be in that spot. You know what I mean?
Coming for this spot.
Yeah. Because you know, if you pay attention, artists like mainstream artists, they're coming to DC now more than ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many of them cats run through Bliss? You feel what I'm saying?
Man,
like, they love
everybody.
Bliss. They love it.
Yes.
So, like, DC wasn't the place to be at once upon a time.
Exactly. Now everybody's in DC.
Everybody's in DC.
Everybody come to the clubs, man. I done booked so many artists up there, like with the major acts and stuff. It's like, dang, it's like every other week.
Yeah, but see, before it was like, all right, we're going to LA, we're going to Atlanta, we're going to Miami. You know what I'm saying? DC wasn't a priority. You know what I'm saying? DC's becoming a priority now. You feel me? It's like, yo, we got the MGM down there, we can hit the casino. Right. You know, they got nice clubs, they got pretty girls, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, now it's becoming
And then like the people like me and you who are facilitating, you know, their arrangements.
Right.
As far as them coming to the city. It's like, we're cool. So it's like, I mess with Shif T, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mess with Peter. Like, when I come to DC, I get a lot of love, you know what I'm saying? Like, so all of that working together is giving DC its glow up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we need it. Man, we got we just keep it going, man. Just for the takeover, man.
That's a fact, man, because the takeover's on the way.
Right. I always say we building our empire, man.
Yeah, and then it's like once we get it, we're not giving it back.
Nah, definitely
we're not giving it back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how anybody's gonna feel about that, but once we get it, we're not giving it back. All right, and that's a fact, though.
Nah, no take backs.
No take backs. None of that. You know what I'm saying? If you drop the ball for half a second, you're picking it up and we win. You know what I'm saying?
But now I've been watching your work. I said I gotta meet him. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it. Thank
you. I like to see people that's actually, you know what I'm saying, moving from the ground up. You know. And you know, was no handouts. You know what I'm saying? No handouts. So
I'm the epitome of getting it from the mud. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why it's like when I see people who could use some assistance, I don't hesitate. Because I didn't get any. You know, I didn't get any. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what people think when they see me and they see me in such a privileged position, but understand, nobody gave me nothing. Like, nothing, completely, absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? So ultimately, I like that though, because it helped me build character. It makes me stronger. It makes me appreciate
when something happens.
Yeah.
Because if everybody just gave you everything, when you did get something, it would be like, it would be nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I mean, like, I had to go up early because I lost both my friends early. So I had to, thanks. But I had to, it just made me work harder, you know what I'm saying? Of course, it was rough and I went through some different stages, but, you know, like I said, I'm always thankful, you know what I'm saying, that I was able to work through that and push and still, you know what I'm saying, still pushing, you know what I mean?
Right, absolutely.
And then I'm helping anybody else that, you know what I'm saying, having hard times. I ain't where I want to be at yet, but I'm on the way though, you know what I mean?
Speaking of helping people, you know, another thing that I noticed that I really appreciate is, you know, what's the word I'm looking for, the camaraderie amongst the artist community and just everybody involved in the game right now. Because like when we do our events, you know, I don't know about nobody else's event, but when we do our joints though, like we have never like consistently for the past 2 years that we've been doing this, like we've never had one incident. You know what I'm saying? Like not one fight, not a scuffle. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
Nobody going to the car to get the gun. Like none of that.
Yeah, that's
like,
real good.
It's genuine love in the room, and you can feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like all the artists know each other. Like when they get off stage, they be tapping each other.
Yeah, that's love. No, I like
beautiful.
that. I like that. You know what I'm saying? When the artists come in, you know, I'm using that CMS. Hey, so-and-so in the building, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's all like everybody embracing to each other. I like that, you know what I'm saying? Because we can do way more, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's power in numbers, man.
Yeah. That's why you can't really go by the crabs in the barrel thing that they used to say about the city, because that doesn't really apply anymore.
I'm glad that's changing, though. I'm glad that's changing.
I mean, you still got your haters, but it's not nowhere near the way it used to be. Yeah, that's a fact.
Because everybody be like, hey, so-and-so, we gotta get up, we gotta collab, man, I'm gonna get you in the studio. So it's like, it's all love, and I like that, you know what I'm saying? Because we can do so much more.
Yeah, it's because of that love is why all of us are being as successful as we are. Like all of us, you know what I'm saying? From radio personalities to hosts to DJs, producers, artists, executives, like everybody. We owe our success and whatever accomplishments we have to the collaboration that we've made with other people. The fact that they were willing to receive us. You know what I'm saying? To do different things. You feel me?
Right.
Because they didn't have to necessarily. You know what I mean? Yeah. So with everybody working together, it helps DC be what it is right now, while we're all able to do whatever it is that we're doing. You know what I mean?
You're right. Because that's why I wanted to do Reddzone, because it's pretty much Reddzone stands for from the heart and giving back, you know what I'm saying? And it's putting everything inside of you out, you know what I'm saying? And it was more so a platform to create unity, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've brought, like, as far as guests, different style artists and stuff, and brought them together because normally a lot of people, like, you might have a trap rapper, you might have a conscious rapper, you might have different ones to where they don't match, you know what I'm saying? But my ideal was to bring people of different genres together and we all build, even still respect each other's lanes, but we can still build together. Yeah. People that you would see in the clubs together, they wouldn't even speak to each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you put them in a situation, I would do a round table and we would all rap, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We all talk about issues and we build, we get each other contacts, we network, and let's make it happen, you know what I'm saying? It's not about we all have to do the same thing. We don't have to.
Yeah.
It's just respecting each other's lanes and building. You still can build.
Yep. And you know, building a community is the biggest part of what we do because, you know, no person is an island. You know
exactly.
I mean? Like you're gonna need somebody for something. You know?
Exactly.
Like if you're a radio personality, it's like you're still gonna need your engineer.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You're still gonna need somebody to run the camera. You know, you're still gonna need artists to come on the show, so you have somebody to talk to.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like you're always gonna need somebody for something. You know, so you know the artists and the behind the scenes people and everybody else. The biggest part of it is building community and keeping that community strong.